Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new, make sure that you subscribe before you leave. That way you'll never miss out on another pick a card reading. I do one on my channel every single Friday. Okay, so today we're going to be focusing on what the future has to tell you. So what you're going to do is pick card pile number 1 or the rose petals, card pile number 2 or tulsi or holy basil, card pile number 3 or calendula or marigold, and card group number 4 or the jasmine flowers. So go ahead and kind of look at it, look at each one, see which one you're drawn to, see which one gives you a little tingle. And while you guys do that, I do want to give you some shop updates. Readings are back in stock today. Now there were some changes to the readings that I now offer. Personal readings are very demanding, and so I had to make changes for my mental sanity. Like, I had to make some changes. So if you guys are interested in booking reading with me, head over to my Etsy shop. They are updated, and also there's a sale going on in my store. If you guys are interested, then head over there. But with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and see what the future has to tell us. Group number 1, or everybody that picked the rose petals. Let's go ahead and see what the future has to tell you. So the first card that just keeps jumping out at me is the 10 of Cups. This is a manifestation. This is happiness, success, something achieved, a family, like just achievement, like big achievement. But there's some other things going on that the future, I feel like, is trying to say. First thing, so there's so much going on. Okay, 6 of Swords right next to 10 of Cups. There's going to be a move happening. So you're going to be moving away from something, someone, just there's a movement of some kind where you're walking away from something, or you're moving homes, or you're finally purchasing a home, or you're walking away from an old relationship. And if you do, like, there's a new one coming. But definitely there's like something you are walking away from big time in the future. Now, when I say the future, I mean it very general. So it could be like a year, it could be 5 months, it could be 2 months, it could be next week. Future is forward, you know, in the future. So like, say you are trying to move, and since this is a future reading, it says that there is a move gonna happen. So with that information, what you can do is start to work with the universe. You know it's coming. Now start to work with the universe to make this energy that's already in your future come to you even faster. That's where you use candles and rituals and herbs and crystals, and you use your own magic to bring this to you, because the cards are saying it's already coming. Transparency. In a relationship, I feel like this has a lot to do with your relationship. Whether you're in a relationship or you're not, you are being called to be strong and be like, say no when you need to say no. And be honest. Don't keep things bottled in. Be authentic to yourself. Don't try to be like anyone else. Don't try to make your relationship look like someone else's. And be in the moment. Stop thinking about what happened in the past, and stop thinking about the things that need to happen in the future, blah, blah, blah. Like, get out of that headspace, because that is not helping your relationship. And if you're not in a relationship, it's just not helping in any way. So build the strength. Now, another thing I see here is the Moon card. Moon with the High Priestess with strength. So I see that you guys have been through a lot of emotional trauma. Maybe some of you are still going through it right now, and what it's doing, it's making you very strong. It's making you speak up. It's making you like say no. Like, there's a lot of changes going on right now, and it's all affecting your emotions. The Moon card is everything to do with your emotions. With the High Priestess, it's you finally coming into control of your emotions. Now, this relationship that I see for the future is something where dwell on stupid things, and there's a lot of focus on happiness, on building a home, on manifesting, just being happy, spending time together. That's gonna be a huge thing in your future. High Priestess is control, like not control, but like spiritually, you're very powerful, you are very knowledgeable, you're very wise, and all of this wisdom came from what you're going through right now. Another thing that I see here is clean your space. A lot of you, I don't know why I get the feeling that you guys are trying to manifest a house or a new partner, or you're trying to manifest something in love, and a message from the future is it's time to clean your space. Like, get rid of clutter, especially if you're trying to invite love into your life and you're single and your room is messy, your closet is messy, your room stinks, you have garbage everywhere, like mainly focusing on the bedroom. Then what energy are you sending out into the universe when it comes to your love life? Because your love life is very heavily, like, has to do with a lot of things in your bedroom. So clean your space, you know, get rid of clutter. Anything you're holding on to, maybe from exes and stuff, get rid of it. Now, if you're in a relationship and you're trying to move, it's time to clean your current space, because if you don't, then that's creating blocks. And I feel like your future is like saying, hey, we're bringing this to you because, you know, this is what you want. We know it's what you want, but you gotta clear out the stuff that's creating obstacles, because that's slowing down progress. The Chariot, this is asking you to make a choice. So maybe this movement towards your future, and this is your future, 10 of Cups, is manifestation, happiness, right? But this movement that needs to happen, or that is about to happen, or maybe it just happened, you have to decide, like, once and for all, are you going back and forth? Are you regretting a decision? Are you like looking for a house and you're like just freaking out and overwhelmed and panic mode, anxiety and all of that stuff? It's time to make a decision to go in one direction. Don't go back and forth. What's right under that is take note. Okay, so I want you to pay attention to something in your reading. We have the number 2. We have the number 22. So a lot of 2s, okay? And then, so this is heavily based on your love life. 2 is the number of love, okay? It says, your answers are being given to you. Quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. So something that's probably causing you a lot of mental anxiety and just emotional anxiety is that you are listening way too much to outside noise. You're very, very focused on the outside. So what that means is probably, are you like super stressed out about some kind of paperwork? Are you stressed out about, I have to do this and I have to do that, I have to send this email, I have to send this blah, 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 deadlines. Like, it's just outside noise, like media, it's news, TV, just outside noise. It's time to shut that out, because that is not going to help your relationship. And I feel like the future is trying to tell you, you have to be authentic to yourself and shut the noise off. And the last card in your reading is Unexplained Wonder. Magical blessings and miracles are occurring in your life. All your prayers are answered now. That is the exact message of the 10 of Cups. Another thing I want you to take note of is 44. 44 is the number of root chakra, home, domestic life, your foundation, stability, financial stability. It's everything to do with all of those things. So I see a very stable, beautiful, loving relationship, also a very stable, beautiful home. For you guys, I mean, there's so much synchronicity in your readings. You have 2 number 9s. Wait, no, you don't. Why did I think you had 2 number 9s? You have number 9 means the ending of something. So that actually makes sense, because when you clean out clutter, you are ending that energy. Because remember, if you have like clutter somewhere in your house and then you walk by it every day, you absorb some of that energy. And clutter energy, what is that? Stagnant, dull, dirty, dusty. You know, there's probably spiders and shit in there. It's time to clean that out. So that was your reading, group number 1. I hope that this gave you some clarity and got you excited for the future, because there's a lot of good things coming. And I'll talk to you very soon. Bye. Group number 2, or for everybody that picked the holy basil or tulsi, I want to start off by kind of talking about tulsi and holy basil. It's very, very sacred. It's very beautiful. It's very special. It is a very feminine plant, I believe, but this has a lot to do with aligning yourself spiritually. It has a lot to do with your psychic abilities. It's such a powerful herb. So before I even get into the reading, I understand why there's so many fiery cards in your reading, because tulsi brings out your passion for life. So let's just jump right into it. So your future, the first thing that pops up into my head when I see this spread is a lot of masculine energy. You, I feel like, are the type of person that is a go-getter, very ambitious, very driven. You want something, you'll go after it. You want something, if an inspiration or a passion is born inside of your heart, you're gonna go for it. I feel like nobody can stop you at that point, because you have been constantly chasing freedom, your independence. You're very determined. We have the freedom card right here. Nobody can mess with your freedom and your decision making and your thoughts and your opinions. And I do see there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. 5 of Cups energy is letting go of something. And also, like, I think a reason that you are so very masculine energy oriented, which means it doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl. Everybody has masculine energy, everybody has feminine energy. Masculine energy is very driven, very protective, provider, you know, the go-getter, the ambitious one, fiery energy. So the feminine energy is a lot more gentle and nurturing, caring, soft, kind of laid back and chill. So what I'm seeing is something happened where it made you develop yourself into a more masculine energy. And the Ace of Wands with the 3 of Wands, with the 9 of Cups. Okay, so 9 of Cups energy is manifestation. Just like your talents being rewarded. You pushed out a lot of seeds out there into the universe, and the universe heard you. And I think that your future is saying, hey, we heard you. We feel how bad you want this, and it's coming. There's a few things you need to do, though, and we're gonna get right into that right now. So the 9 of Cups card, this is emotional and physical bliss. Okay, this is pleasure. This is satisfaction. This is a wish granted, a wish fulfilled. This is fulfillment of a very unique and a special desire. So I feel like whatever it is that you want, it's not something ordinary. It's not something everybody else wants. It is against the grain. It's different, but it's what you want. For example, I want to give you an example of myself personally. For years and years and years, I always wanted a big fancy house, like the newest models, like new walls and new windows. Like, I just wanted everything new and shiny and bright and white. Just that aesthetic of like luxury and wealth. But today, who I am now, and this is a change that happened within me in just this year, I don't want that anymore, because it's not me. You know, I want like a little cottage with like old windows and rustic and like, you know, just that has been lived in before, that has character and history. That's what I want now. And it's so crazy to me because I never even imagined that I would ever want something like that. But this is the card of the 9 of Cups energies. Like, now you're pushing out to the universe what you want, the freedom to independence to choose now what you truly want, not what you thought you wanted, not what maybe somebody else pushed you to want, or somebody put it in your head that this is what you're supposed to want. No. I feel like you're standing at a crossroads right now too, like where the Three of Wands is like you're standing there looking out into the horizon, and now you're like, okay, where do I want to go now? What do I want now? Actually have a little tarot book that I like to go through real quick because I don't want to miss out anything that the cards need to say. And I feel like the Three of Wands, okay, I see what it's trying to say. So Three of Wands is leaving the safety of something, leaving your comfort zone. So something in your life right now, it seems like is hindering you from feeling independent. It's tugging at your freedom. Like you feel restricted, and like somebody's trying to take away your freedom, or like take away your choice, or like I'm getting that kind of energy. But now your future energy is trying to tell you to clear your energy field. That's one thing that's a must. So use sage, use incense. You could do a whole ritual, a cleansing bath. There's so many ways to clear your energy field, but you are being called to clear it because of this feeling of restriction that you're feeling. So the universe is saying that like what you want is going to be yours, but you do need to definitely make a decision and step outside of your comfort zone, which in your future, I see that. Freedom, stepping outside of your comfort zone, letting your light shine. That's another thing I see here. You have something no one else has that makes you who you are. Stop comparing yourself to others and allow your uniqueness to shine through. So in the future, you're pushing away all the bullshit. You're throwing away a lot of shit. You are leaving behind people that just, they don't belong in your life. So that's something I see in your future. I also see your future filled with you being very independent, and like if you want to do something, you're going to do it. If you want to go somewhere, you're going to go. Like if I do feel like a lot of you didn't have that kind of freedom, that kind of choice, either because of your culture, religion, parents, partner, job, whatever it was taking your freedom. But in the future, it's no more. And I feel like that's your journey right now, is you're headed towards that. And yeah, I think that's it for your reading. That was a short reading, but a very powerful message. Also, another thing that I see with the Five of Cups is don't dwell on, if your choices were taken away, if your freedom was messed with. Don't hold a grudge, don't resent, don't do that. Like, it's time to let it go. Don't cling on to that. You have to let it go. Clear your energy field, because that's something that is suppressing who you are. It's suppressing your personality, your light. A lot of you, this has a lot to do with you, like your light, like you being yourself, you having the choice and the freedom to do whatever you want. And Tulsi, if you guys drink Tulsi tea, holy basil tea, it will help you so much. Like, I've been drinking this a lot, and I feel like the issues that I have been having ever since the beginning of this year, I've been kind of forward with you guys about some of the things that have been going on, that I moved, and it wasn't a very pretty move, but there was a long period of darkness and confusion for me. Like, there's a lot. Maybe I'll do a video on it, I don't know, but Tulsi is something that popped up into my life recently, and it's been really helping me connect back to me and shutting off the outside noise. So if that's something you're interested in, Tulsi would be really, really beneficial for you. Ace of Wands is your life force. Your life force had become dull. It wasn't shining anymore. You didn't let it shine anymore. Your shine was being dulled by someone else, or it was being dulled by a job or something. But you need to do an energy cleansing, and your future has a lot of just freedom attached to it. Like, you're free to do whatever you want, free to think how you want, free to talk how you want, free to dress how you want. You have choices on choices on choices. All you need to do is make them. And the universe will like conspire in your favor. So that was your reading group number 2. That was really exciting. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great weekend. And if you want to purchase a reading, go head over to my Etsy shop. We are having a sale there too. Bye. Group number 3, or for everybody that picked the marigold or calendula flowers, your reading, I think, is my favorite. I haven't done number 4 yet, but so far your reading is my favorite. So let's just get into it. As you can see, there's a lot going on. Okay, first thing that I see that jumps out at me is you're the type of person that right now you've been the one to hold things down. You've been the one that focuses on taking care of the house. You've been the one that wants to make sure that everything is okay. Like, you're the one that is always stuck with all the responsibilities, getting the bills done, getting like everything. It's all on you. You're very, very mature. Okay, you have a lot of wisdom because you were forced to. I feel like a lot of you had to mature very, very early, very, very quick. It could be because maybe you had a baby when you were really younger, or maybe a baby came in to your life and you had to grow up real quick. It could have been like you had to take care of your younger siblings. Could have been that you yourself had a baby. Something like that. Or it could be like, that's one energy that's coming in, but another one is, we'll get into that later because that goes much deeper. So if you didn't have kids, or if you did, this pertains to both of you. The Hermit card. The Hermit sees where he's going. He's concerned about progress. Okay, and I feel like you felt a lot of isolation. You felt very alone in doing this. Whether you're in a relationship or not, you felt very alone in holding the house down. 4 of Pentacles is like holding on to possessions, holding on to your emotions, holding on too tight, and it's preventing anything new from coming in, anything good from coming in. It's just preventing any other energy to penetrate. You know what I'm saying? You're just holding on way too tight to something, to managing everything. There's also like a fear of, if you allow yourself to feel, it's gonna result in hurt or loss, and that's why you feel so alone and so isolated. You've lost touch with your sacral chakra, which is your womb space, if you're a woman. And if you're a man, that's like, your sexuality. For everyone, it's your sexuality. It's where you feel pleasure. It's where you feel creative, the passion and inspiration that comes from the sacral chakra. I also feel like there's a lot of how when you sigh, sighing is like very exhausted energy, and I feel like you haven't been able to take a full, just a relaxing breath of air for a long time because you're always so busy, and responsibilities and obligations, taking care of the house, that's always on your head, I think. And it just makes you feel really, really alone. Now, in the future, I see this energy ending because we have the Emperor. So when you are in that kind of energy where you're very responsible, very pay attention to obligations, you're a go-getter, you're a doer, action-oriented, all of that stuff, you're very in your masculine. So this reading is very it goes really deep. You are very, very much in your masculine role on the outside, to the outside world. You're a go-getter, you're driven, you're ambitious, you take care of what you need to take care of. Nobody can compete with you when it comes to those things. But inside, in your inner world, you're very nurturing, caring, like soft, emotional person, but you have no outlet to let all that out. And then I think what the future is trying to say here is the Emperor. That masculine energy that you are portraying outside in the physical world, like to the outside world, it's something that in your future, there's going to be like a kind of like a role reversal. So whoever comes into your life, your partner. Now, remember, every person has a masculine energy and every person has a feminine energy. The goal is to merge these two energies within ourselves so we are driven, but we also allow ourselves the time to breathe. I feel like you're going to find someone that's both, that is going to allow you to breathe, that is going to allow you to take rest and to pay attention. They're going to take a lot off your shoulders. That's what I'm seeing with the Emperor card. They're going to take a lot off of your shoulders, and you're not going to be like, not everything is going to be on you. All the decisions, responsibilities, obligations, not everything is going to be on you. That's your future, like a balance of the responsibility, a balance of obligation. So this is a love reading. 9 of Pentacles, it brings material benefits. It brings abundance. Your hard work and your determination paying off. You're enjoying your success, and there's inner peace. So I feel like the Emperor, that's the energy that's coming in. They're going to take a lot of load off your shoulders. And it's going to be a very sexually charged relationship. If you guys are in a relationship, this could mean that that relationship is going to evolve, and passion is going to be reignited. There's going to be a shift in the roles. Your partner may take on more responsibilities, and your partner may, they're going through their own journey, and they might come to a place in their journey where they just understand. There's a breakthrough in your relationship where, there's sex, there's intimacy, there's romance, baby, right? Reigniting that. Now, if you're not in a relationship, somebody's coming in to share your load, to be there with you, to be there for you, to help you, to guide you, to support you, like to just your partner, basically a partner. Now, we have the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands. So the Knight of Wands energy is turning ideas into something. Do not let an idea sit. It's a calling. It's a calling from something higher, saying to follow your spirit, and there's good news. So I see this something definitely reigniting. If you have been wanting to do something on your bucket list, maybe there's a lot of you're finally going to get to do things that you were not able to do. That's a big message from your future. And the Page of Wands, Page of Wands with the Knight of Wands, you're ready for something new, a clear vision, right? No more mental fogginess, no mental clarity is coming in. Adventure, there's travel, there's a new home. Relentless. So you're already relentless, but you're gonna become relentless in pursuing everything that makes you happy, and you're gonna be able to do it. You're going to be able to pursue the things that you weren't able to before. You're going to be able to find new happiness that you always wanted, that you never were able to get before. And this is these two cards are saying go for it. If there's something you've been wanting to do in the future, you're going to get the chance to go for it, because you're going to have support and guidance and help. And the last card in your reading is the Gift of Neutrality. So balance is at work in your life. Yin and yang are opposites in energy, but reside side by side to create the Gift of Neutrality. That is your whole reading put into the perfect words. Your future is balance between getting the stuff you need to get done, but also allowing yourself to play, feel pleasure, connect with your womb space, become creative again, become inspired again in a happy way, and acting on like ideas that you're getting, and finally being able to rest and breathe. Like, your future is something I think everybody strives for, and in your case, it's coming like no question. And the last card that popped up, it didn't have room to set it up on the table, but I am going to put it right on top of everything. It's rediscovering your zeal. So paying attention to the passion that you're feeling for discovery, for learning, for exploration, spirituality, travel, your work, or your relationship. Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. You're gonna feel more passionate in the future. Like, you're gonna get excited for things. You're gonna get motivated. You're gonna be happy. You're gonna be like, I wanna go, like, hey, you're gonna pack up your family and go to the lake. Like, or if that's something you like, you're just gonna like be spontaneous in the moment and just really enjoy and create so many beautiful memories, because you'll have that balance and you'll have that support. So really exciting. I'm really happy for you guys. Yeah, I hope you guys have a really, really great weekend. If you want to book a reading with me, go ahead and do so on my Etsy shop, and I'll talk to you there. Bye. Group number 4, or everyone that picked the jasmine flowers. There's a very heavy feminine energy in your reading. Now remember, men and women both have a feminine energy and a masculine energy. So in this reading, there is a lot of feminine energy power. So we'll get into that, what that means. So jasmine has a lot to do with the moon. It has a lot to do with the emotions. It's very seductive, alluring, charming. It is feminine. So the first card that comes up is Lemuria Returns. If you can see, that mermaid right there is pregnant. Earthly spirituality, community, and ocean conservation. So right next to that is the family card. Right under that is the 3 of Swords. So there is been a time of grieving, of like losing something, of fighting, arguments, stormy weather for emotions, separation, tears. Like, that has happened in your family. And it actually brought a lot of, you know what? No. The fact that this card is right next to that. Ooh, do you see that? Do you see both of them are whales? That's insane. That's really, really insane, because I have a tattoo of a whale on my foot, and the only reason I got that is when I turned 18. It was a symbol, like, for me to always remember my own power, that even though you could be a gentle giant, you can still kill. I have a killer whale on my foot, and like, that was like the, you know, kind of the meaning for me. It was very important for me to always remember that. So I get that kind of energy too, where it's like the feminine energy is so strong here, so powerful, like so insanely seductive and alluring. Like, the feminine energy can use their voice and just persuade anyone. Like, that's the kind of energy that I'm sensing from the feminine. Let's get in a little bit deeper. Family. The feminine aspect is the nurturing one. It's the kind, caring one, the one that is gentle and soft and more laid back, more softer, more wise, intuitive. Okay, so I feel like, I don't even know how to get the words out. Your feminine aspect in the future, like, if you are very heavily in your masculine aspect, now this is for if you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. If you're very heavily in your masculine aspect right now, then you're very busy. You're very go-getter, ambitious, you're very driven, stuff like that. And you're overly in your masculine energy, where you have forgotten how to be soft, how to take a break, lost touch with your intuition, like confused a lot, and you keep yourself busy to cope with things. But in the future, what I see is family, a period of like hard times and grieving and fighting and separation and tears. Those are coming to an end, because we have here, the whale is also resilient. It's a giant, it's strong, but it's so soft. It's so like, you know, it's just nurturing too. So in this card it says, avoid becoming distracted by surface issues. Focus on the underlying motivation, cause, or beauty in a situation. Seek ways to bring depth to your world. So a lot of this tension and fighting and all of that stuff within your family, within your home, was being caused by surface level things, where like if somebody leaves their dishes out for too long, then there's a big ass fight and it turns into something more than just dishes, because it's stuff being piled and piled and piled. Nobody talks about it. Nobody wants to confront it or communicate about it. So you brush it under the rug, and slowly what happens is little tiny things will set off a huge argument, because there's so much underlying beyond the surface. So I see a lot of that is healing. A lot of that is going to be healing and dissolving. And you're also probably being called to do some rituals in your home, like burn some sage, do maybe a candle for harmony and peace in your home. But that is something that is going on, and it's taken a huge toll on you, and it made you become in that masculine role where you don't even want to confront anything. You don't even want to talk about anything, because it always leads to a fight or an argument or tension, you know? So you just avoid it, and you have lost touch with your emotions and your intuition and your soft side. So that's something I see that's definitely ending. Now, we also have here the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. This card right here, it's like the fact that it's right next to the Lovers and the Family card. In the future, I see you very, very family oriented, spending lots of time with family and your partner. You and your partner are going to have a very, very, very insanely deep relationship. It's going to look beyond the surface. You guys are going to be able to talk things out, handle what needs to be handled. Things are not going to build up in this relationship. Now, judging by the Three of Swords here, this could be a reconciliation of a past relationship. It could be somebody from your past coming back in, where you have learned and grown and evolved, and now you can come together and be this family and talk to each other in healthy ways. It could be a new relationship for a lot of you that is because you walked away from something that was bad. Another energy that's coming in is a lot of you have lost someone. Someone has passed away that you were very, very close to, and you had a very, very, very dark time trying to heal, trying to move forward. And I see that period, it's you really went through it. You may even still be going through that darkness where it's heavy. Grief is heavy. And what I see for your future, though, is a very, very powerful love story. And it could be could it be somebody from the past, could be somebody new coming in. Or it could be your present relationship just evolves into something extremely deep. Because Queen of Swords, it's mental clarity. It's the feminine energy ruling. It's the feminine energy that has more power, which means in the relationship, talking things out, communication, loyalty, trust, being nurturing and kind and gentle to each other, that is going to take priority. Like that, both of you guys are going to be very strict on, if there's something going on, you sit down and you talk about it. Like you both will be very on it about each other. You'll sense when they are upset, they'll sense when you're upset. You will be able to balance each other out when one person is way too much in their feminine energy, where they're very emotional. The masculine can come in and help balance that out. Or if somebody's very driven and angry and fiery, then the feminine energy can come and balance that out. Throw some water on it. Feminine energy is very water, very flowy. Masculine is very fiery. So there's a balance in this relationship. And the feminine energy, here's the thing, here's another thing that I see. The masculine energy is the go-getter, the hard worker, the one that takes action and turns ideas into goals and pursues and everything. You would think that the masculine energy would have more power because they are so action oriented. Like, we've been taught that with hustle culture, the more you do, the more you'll successful you'll be. So I feel like the masculine role in this future relationship is going to, the feminine energy is going to be their world. Everything they do, everything they fight for, every action they take is going to be for their feminine counterpart. So in this relationship, if you are the feminine, the masculine is you're going to be their world. You're going to be their entire world. And if you are the more masculine, then this feminine energy is going to be exactly what you need. It's going to put you back into place. It's going to align you. It's going to show you a beautiful, beautiful life. It's going to create like a beautiful life with you, filled with nurture. It's going to teach you. Like, this is a beautiful, beautiful reading. Now, another thing that I see is the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands energy means that you fought for this. You fought for this relationship, whether it's somebody coming back to you, whether it is your present one that is going through something or has been through something, or whether you're attracting a new one. You fought for it. There was a lot of internal battles that had to be overcome for this relationship to be. And there's a lot of disciplining the mind that had to occur for this relationship to be. In your future, I see a beautiful family, kids, maybe even you have kids right now, like your family's gonna flourish. 7 of Wands is also protect your family. There's going to be eyes on you. People are gonna see this beautiful family that you have created, and they're gonna send evil eye, maybe not even knowing. They'll just be jealous or greedy. And that energy that they feel when they think of you, that's an energy, and that could affect you. So, you can have black crystals around your photos of you and your family. That helps protect the energy. You could burn some sage, like make sure you do cleansings and stuff. Burning sage and burning incense, it helps cleanse away evil eye and negativity and stuff like that. So protect your family. Just understand. Another thing is that I do want to say before I end the reading is don't share everything on social media, especially anniversary dates. That's not something, like, I don't understand why people are like, oh, happy anniversary to my husband, like online. Your husband's right there. You're just announcing it to everybody, letting them know, oh, today's the anniversary, this date, okay, noted. And you don't want people knowing all of that stuff. And keep some things private, because not all eyes are good. And the last card is leaping through the air. A plan you have made is on track. If you're waiting for something, get to work and stop putting off ideas or projects you are considering. Okay, so this is a card of making a decision. There's a decision you need to make. And I feel like the cards are saying, don't hold off on it. Just leap through the air. Make a decision. Go with what makes you feel good. Don't look at things on a surface level when you're making your decision, because I feel like the decision has to do with your relationship. So that is your reading. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for purchasing. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to purchase, go ahead, head over to my Etsy shop and you can purchase there. Bye.